Yo, what's up guys? So in this video, I'm going to go over some additional tips and ideas that you can apply to a memorized deck. So this is part 2 in a series that I'm doing of memorized deck work. In the last video, I went over a bunch of false shuffles and cuts that you can do to maintain the stack in a memorized deck. Because in this series, what I'm doing is trying to get you prepared for when we go into some tricks that you can do with a memorized deck. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how you can get into mnemonic specifically from new deck order. And we're going to go over some tips on how to actually memorize the deck itself. Let's get into it. Alright, so first of all, I'd like to show you an additional false shuffle you can do with a memorized deck that keeps the entire order of the cards. However, this is technically a real shuffle, but it gets you back into the stack. Let me show you what I mean. This deck of cards right here I have stacked already in Mnemonica by Juan Tamariz. 4 of clubs, 2 of hearts, 7 of diamonds, 3 of clubs, all the way down to the 9 of diamonds in perfect order. Now check this out. If you do an anti-pharaoh or a reverse pharaoh, which is upjogging every other card, so you start with the second card and then just outjog every other card like this, so you have basically a reverse pharaoh or an anti-pharaoh. Let me repeat that. So it would be the second card, push over the third, and then it's just every other card like this. Just every other card. You get my point. All right, so just do this with every other card throughout the deck like this, and when you get done, you'll put these cards on the bottom of the deck. And while I'm doing this, a fun little fact, the name Mnemonica was actually named after Juan Tamariz's daughter. His daughter's name is Monica, so when you combined mnemonic with Monica, you get mnemonica. I think that's a nice little gesture there and very sweet. So you just grab these out and put these on the bottom. Now what you do is anytime you pull this deck of cards out, you'll have it in this reverse order or reverse pharaoh stack. So if you do a normal out pharaoh shuffle, it'll get you back into that stack. So if you cut right exactly 26 and do a perfect out pharaoh shuffle, you'll always cut at the ace of hearts and do a perfect out pharaoh shuffle. Out just means that the top card stays outside of the deck, and so you just maintain the top card on top, and the card that you cut to here, which is the 2 of hearts, needs to go second from the top, all right? Obviously, because this is the second card in the stack. All right, so just do a perfect out pharaoh shuffle like this, and now you are back in the stack. And that looks, and people can see this, it's a real shuffle, but you've just put yourself back into mnemonica by doing that. Now, how do we get into the stack itself? Well, first you need to know what the stack is, and down below in a pinned comment I left is a link to a PDF, not a PDF, but a link to a photo that you can see of the cards in order. And anytime you need to look what the cards are, just look at that stack, look at that picture, or you can just write them down on the back of a joker or a blank card, and you'll always have that as a crib sheet. Or in fact, the Phoenix deck comes with a sort of an add card with not only the mnemonica stack as a crib, but also the Ayrton stack on that as well. So those are nice to have. So here's a nice way to get into mnemonica from a brand new deck of cards. All right, so you want to take out the added cards. We don't need those. You want to take out the jokers. And then here's what you do. From new deck order, it's very easy to get into the stack. So here's what you do. Now, you don't have to do it this way. In fact, when you open a new deck of cards, it's very easy because they're already in order. You know where to look to put the cards in order from looking at the picture. But a nice way to just play around with it and to get it in the stack from new deck order, here's a few steps to do with that. So you start face up and do a face up overhand shuffle, and you run all 13 spades singly, like an overhand shuffle, into your hand. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Now you just throw these on top. The next step is chopping off all the 13 spades like this, and it doesn't have to be precise, but you just want to take off all the 13 diamonds like this. Just grab them off like this. Now run the 13 clubs on top of the diamonds, reversing the order just like you did with the spades. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Now you throw this portion under here, so the ace of clubs will be the face card. Now you will do 4 perfect out pharaoh shuffles, and I know that sometimes doing a pharaoh shuffle, especially 4 perfect out pharaoh shuffles in a row, is kind of daunting, but this is good practice for not only, you know, getting into stack, but also good practice for a pharaoh shuffle work. And let me just remind you that, you know, pharaoh shuffles and MemDecked work separates the men from the boys. All right, so here we go. 4 out pharaoh shuffles. So you want to just cut at 26, exactly at the king of hearts. All right, so you can write them down just so you remember the first card you want to cut to is the king of hearts. Do 1 perfect out pharaoh shuffle, and it's okay if you sort of mess up. Nobody's really looking at this point, all right? So 1 perfect out pharaoh shuffle complete. Now you do another one. So this time it'll be the ace of diamonds. So cut exactly at the ace of diamonds right here. Do another out pharaoh shuffle. And again, all out pharaoh shuffle means is that the top card stays in place. Okay, so that's the second one. Now the third one will be the 7 of hearts. So cut exactly at the 7 of hearts. And then do 1 more out pharaoh shuffle. Like so. Whoops, that was an in pharaoh shuffle. Got to make sure you're doing correct pharaoh shuffles. All right, so out pharaoh shuffle, just like this. I think that's not perfect, and it's okay if you mess up. You know, I'm not the world's best at pharaoh shuffles, but, you know, I'm not terrible. All right, so that's the third one. Now the fourth and final one will be the 4 of diamonds. All right, so the 4 of diamonds, there it is. 1 perfect out pharaoh shuffle, like this. And there we go, that's complete. Now after you do the 4 out pharaoh shuffles, what you need to do now is reverse the top 26 cards. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. Now put these 26 reverse cards back on top of the deck. All right, now what you need to do is cut at the king of diamonds, which will be the 18th card in this case. All right, so it's kind of fun if you can sort of test yourself to see if you can cut at the king of diamonds, but it's not essential. You can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, king of diamonds. But sometimes I like to test myself and try to test my estimation if I can cut exactly at the 18th card, the king of diamonds. And I always, you know, it's just fun to do. Either way, when you get the king of diamonds cut, you want to out pharaoh these into the top larger portion, all right? So that is, you want to out pharaoh them into the top portion of the larger block here. So the 9 of clubs will be the top card there. All right, so do that. Out pharaoh shuffle, so that goes on top. Oh, that was an N. All right, and by the way, this is just, you could do this sort of shuffles in front of a spectator after you open a new deck, but I wouldn't recommend it. Sometimes this is just easier to do, especially when you're learning the stack, to do it this way. Okay, so the final step is to transfer the top 9 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, to the bottom of the deck, and guess what? That's it. Now you're in perfect order, mnemonic. So now that you're in stack, it's time to actually memorize the cards. And I'll tell you right now, in my own experience, the best way I found to do this is to just do it, to brute force memorize the cards. Now there are helpful things like my friend Jay mentioned in the comments in the other video that Rick Lax has a great video going over different tips and tricks to memorize the cards very easily and very quickly, and I do highly recommend that. And as brilliant as that is, for me at least, it's better to just do it brute force. That is, we don't want jokers. That is just taking the top card, memorize it. 4 of clubs, 2 of hearts, 7 of diamonds, 3 of clubs, and 4 of hearts. I just do the top. When I first started doing this, I just did the top 5 at first. I would just do 5 a day, and I would just get really good at doing 5 a day. All right, so it would be 1 the 4 of clubs, 2 the 2 of hearts, 3 the 7 of diamonds, 4 the 3 of clubs, 5 the 4 of hearts. And it's better to just say them out loud as you do it. So if you say them out loud, instead of just thinking about it in your head, you'll do it a lot easier, and it's better to memorize them that way when you say them out loud. All right, just like anything else, saying the ABCs. All right, so if you can memorize the ABCs, when you were a kid, you can definitely memorize 52 cards. All right, so again, just go through all 5 cards. 1 the 4 of clubs, 2 the 2 of hearts, 3 the 7 of diamonds, 4 the 3 of clubs, 5 the 4 of hearts. Just keep doing that over and over and over. But what really makes a difference is actually making your stack trainer deck, all right? Taking a jumbo Sharpie and just writing the card position on each card, all right? So 1 the 4 of clubs, 2 the 2 of hearts, 3 the 7 of diamonds, 4 the 3 of clubs, 5 the 4 of hearts. And you can even mix them up like as you practice. So when you come up on a card, when they're mixed up, you can say 2 the 2 of hearts, 1 the 4 of clubs, 5 the 4 of hearts, 3 the 7 of diamonds, 4 the 3 of clubs. And then the same thing in reverse. You can mix these up and say the number from the face, right? So this is how you'd practice. You say the number from the face. So in this case, this would be 4 of clubs 1, 2 of hearts 2, 3 of clubs 4, 4 of hearts 5, 7 of diamonds 3, right? And so on. And just keep doing that over and over, doing it face up and face down. So again, let me really mix these up. So it'd be 2 the 2 of hearts, 1 the 4 of clubs, 3 the 7 of diamonds, 4 the 3 of clubs, 5 the 4 of hearts, and just keep doing that over and over, face up and face down. Now for day 2, after you've mastered the first 5, you want to go for the next 5 for day 2, all right? So that'd be 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So just like you did those, at first you really want to commit these to memory before you do any of this practice work, all right? So be 6 the 6 of diamonds, 7 the ace of spades, 8 the 5 of hearts, 9 the 9 of spades, 10 the 2 of spades, and just repeat these cards over and over to yourself in your head, just as maybe 50 times, 100 times, whatever it takes, right? This is the brute force memory that you're instilling in your brain. Or installing in your brain, okay? So again, just go 6 the 6 of diamonds, 7 the ace of spades, 8 the 5 of hearts, 9 the 9 of spades, 10 the 2 of spades. And it's okay if you can create little like hooks to help you memorize these a little bit easier. For me, a little thing that I think is funny is 7 the ace of spades, 8 the 5 of hearts. So these ace of spades eats the 5 of hearts. The 7 the ace of spades eats the 5 of hearts, so 7 ace of spades, 8 the 5 of hearts, all right? So just any little silly things you can come up with to make it easier for yourself, that's also helpful. For instance, the 6 is actually a 6, so the 6 is the 6 of diamonds, 7 the ace of spades, 7 is a lucky number. Everybody always says 7 as a number from 1 to 10, and they always say ace of spades when they are accidentally name a card. So things like that, right? The stack is very easy to do. And again, the ace of spades 8 the 5 of hearts, all right? So 9 the 9 of spades is a 9, so that's very easy to remember, as 9 is a 9 of spades, and then 10 the 2 of spades. So once you feel like you're comfortable with these next 5, what you'll do now is mix them with the first 5, okay? So now you have 10 cards to do, mix these all around and do the same thing. So you'll do the back first, all right? So 3 the 7 of diamonds, 4 the 3 of clubs, 5 the 4 of hearts, 2 the 2 of hearts, 9 the 9 of spades, 8 the 5 of hearts, 1 the 4 of clubs, 7 the ace of spades, 6 the 6 of diamonds, 10 the 2 of spades, and do the same thing, shuffle these up when you get them face up, shuffle these around. So this time you'll just call the number when you see the card, all right? So 3 of clubs is 4, right? So 4 of hearts is 5, and 2 of spades is 10, 4 of clubs is 1, and again, it's okay to repeat these out loud, and people might think you're crazy. Hey, you probably are. 6 of diamonds, 6, 7 of diamonds, 3, ace of spades, 7, 5 of hearts, 8, 2 of hearts 2, 9 of spades 9. In theory, it should only take you a couple of weeks to memorize the whole deck with this brute force system. And when you get down to the final 5 and you've mastered these, there's 2 cards left, but these are the easiest to remember. 9 of diamonds is always on bottom, and then above that is the ace of hearts, all right? So there you go. You'll always remember now, no matter what you do, that you'll always remember that the ace of hearts is 51, 9 of diamonds 52. Easy cards to remember, so don't worry about those. Just do 5 cards every day. And when you get down to these, you'll already know these because it's the ace of hearts, 9 of diamonds. There you go. You'll always remember it now. So now when you master all 5 cards for each day, shuffle the deck up and do it with the whole deck now. And it's okay if you mess up. It's okay if you make mistakes. In fact, a good thing to do when you make a mistake is to train your brain that it's bad to make a mistake. If you've seen that you're on a roll and you make a mistake, start over again. You gotta put those back and start over again. All right. So 31, king of spades, nailed it. 9, the 9 of spades, 2, the 2 of hearts. 44, 9 of clubs. Let's say I made a mistake here. 8, the 5 of diamonds. Oh, dang it! I made a mistake. So I would just put these back on top of here, and I would shuffle these up a little bit, and I would try it again. I would just redo it. I would just start over again. All right. So 9. The 9 of spades, 2, the 2 of hearts, 8, the 5 of hearts. And that really sends your brain and makes it to where it makes sure that you won't make that mistake again. Another good memorization tip that I have for you is when you do shuffle the deck, put it back in order from the face, all right? So I do it maybe once a week, and just do it while you're practicing your normal card tricks, and just take a few minutes to put the deck in order. All right, so you know the first card is the 4 of clubs. Where is it? Did I miss it? There it is. And then just go through and just put the deck in order, and as you come to them. All right. So this is a very good way to always keep the stack sharp in your brain when you're just practicing your normal stuff. All right. So 3, the 7 of diamonds. 4, the 3 of clubs. 4, the 3 of clubs, where'd it go? 4, the 3 of clubs, 5, the 4 of hearts. And just do this maybe once a week when you're practicing your regular card tricks, and you'll always have that stack sharp in your head when you're not even doing stack deck stuff. And it's cool when you do this because it'll kind of inspire you and motivate you to actually practice some stack deck tricks. One thing I really like when I don't have my stack trainer on me, when I'm, maybe out and about, or, on my lunch break at work or something like that, an app called Stack Guru. It looks like this, the red spade on it, just to show you what it looks like from the App Store. And what this is, it's a way to practice your stack in the app. So I'm in practice mode. So right here, it'll show you a card, and down here it'll have multiple choice answers, and you just have to determine which number this is. So for right now, it's 8 of clubs, so I know that's 33. So I just hit that, and if it's green, that means I'm correct. So 22 is the 8 of spades. Just tap that, and then if it's green, it'll be right. So 16, I know it's the 5 of spades, but if I hit a wrong answer like this, it'll show you which one it actually is. All right. So, and sometimes it'll say 12 on there. And then it's the same thing with the practice deck. You just have to determine which card is at 12. And we know, of course, that the 3 of diamonds is at number 12. And that's a great way to practice the stack too when you're out and about. So here's a really nice trick you can do utilizing the stack. And it's actually that card number trick I showed you in the last video. And I'm sure by now you can already know how it's done, but essentially you have 2 decks of cards, one of which, or both of which, is in mnemonic. It doesn't really matter, but for today, we'll just force the red deck of cards. So I got 2 cards here, and one of them will be used as our prediction, and say which one would you like to use as our prediction. It doesn't matter what they say, because that's kind of a weird question, right? So let's say they would say their red deck for the prediction, right? There's a prediction inside of there, or if they say this one, say, this one, we'll take a prediction out of here. We'll put this one aside. It doesn't matter what they say. Just go along with what they do, right? So now you ask them to name a number between 1 and 52. So let's say they name 17. I know that 17 is a 9 of hearts. All right. So take this pack out, and I would say, give them a shuffle. And it's best to do this, or it's good to do this when you're new to learning the stack. And you have to think to yourself, wait, 17, and you think about it for a minute. You think about it as they're shuffling, all right? So 17, yes, the 9 of hearts. All right, so as I shuffle, you take it back, and you essentially want to get the 9 of hearts in a position to cull, all right? So, or not cull, but force. All right, so you shuffle these cards. There's no way anybody could know the order of these cards, especially after you shuffled. All right, so when you see the 9 of hearts, either cull it or cut it to the top or any place you want to have it forced. All right, so at this point, nobody knows what's happening, so they don't know that 17 means 9 of hearts. So you can be really open and fair about this. So now all you gotta do is force that 9 of hearts however you want to. Do me a favor, say stop anytime. Right here, put that card there. Do me a favor, take a look, and I don't want to see it, but show it around so everybody else can see it. The 9 of hearts, they put it back, they shuffle it if they want to, and put them back in the deck. So now, this deck, since it's in stack, the 9 of hearts will be at 17, or whatever the card was, right? So remember, I said I made a prediction inside this deck. So they take it out, and you said number 17, correct? Do me a favor, count down 17 cards. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. The 9 of hearts. So I mentioned the Stack Guru app, and I want to mention another app, incredible app that you can utilize with Mnemonic or any stack, and it's called Chronoforce, and you can get it any Magic website. I got mine from VanishingInk.com. Chronoforce is amazing. It's basically a way to force a number, and if you can force a number, you can do a lot of cool things with Mnemonic. So let's say somebody named a card. We'll just go with this one here. I don't know. 9 of diamonds, the bottom card. We'll go with a different one. That would be crazy. Just open the box and just say, look, if I snap my fingers, your card that you just named will be right there. Boom, there it is. And with Mnemonic, though, a lot of times that stuff will happen. Sort of like the trick that kind of be explained by Divern, and just go along with it, you know. Sometimes, a lot of times, you just say, name a number between 1 and 10. They say 7. Do me a favor, name a card. Ace of spades, boom, perfect day can, right? So, but for this, they name a card. Let's say we go with the King of Diamonds this time. We know that the King of Diamonds is 26. So now, with Chronoforce, I can just input 26 into this thing, and it'll be my force number now. So it just looks like a regular app or a stopwatch app, and say, look, what I want to do is hit stop, and whatever number that lands on will count down to that card. All right, so or that number. All right, so they named the King of Diamonds, and they stopped, and they can do it themselves. They stopped on 26, and that could have been any number, but do me a favor, open that box and count down 26 cards. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Everybody is blown away.